I'm in my prime now. Give me my chance to make my legacy. And look, Martin's a huge chance to make my legacy.
You are a true size heavyweight. If he beats you, where does that put you?
That's not gonna happen. I wanna win the title to show who is the real champ in Oktagon MMA.
Taking all my training partners. Everybody I text in England was like, oh, I train with Martin, I can't train with you. UFC guy, that's what I can do.
And I will finish him on the feet.
I'm taking second round TKO.
December 28th, Oktagon 81 sees us return to the O2 Arena in Prague for our end-of-year show. It's the biggest show of the year, and for that we have brought you the biggest fight we could, literally and figuratively. This will be a fight for the heavyweight title. Two amazing stories coming into our cage to fight over our heavyweight belt. Martin Buday, returning to Oktagon, shunned by the UFC, 7-1 in that promotion, 16-2 as his record, former Oktagon champion, coming back with the fans behind him, with the eyes of the media on him, taking on a man who announced himself in Oktagon with a hit list that saw him have the most successful debut year of any debutant in Oktagon, working through Skvor, working through Pavel Langer, earning the light heavyweight title against Carlos Famola, and then becoming double champ and pound-for-pound champ against Lazar Todev. This is a fight for the belt. This is a fight for legacy. This is a fight for redemption. And today we bring those two guys together. Let me welcome to the table the challenger, Martin Buday, and the champion, Mr. Will Fleury.
That's cool.
This is the fight.
It is.
This is the fight. The way it was announced, the story behind it. I will say this is the most high-level fight we have ever had inside the Oktagon cage. You two coming together. The way it was announced, Will Fleury.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
Enjoyed it?
Yeah,
Oktagon, the Stranitsa, Oktagon 74, 75 in August. You're in the corner.
Yeah.
Andrei Novotny calls you forward, puts his arm around you.
Yeah, but my buddy Rafael had just lost. I was very pissed off. It was not a good feeling. And then he's like, who's your next fight? And just that day before, I'd had the conversation with Andrei. When am I fighting next? What's going to happen? I had mentioned you. They were like, oh, we're trying to get Buday, but the PFL are interested. So straight away, I'm like, sure, PFL are going to offer more money than Oktagon will. So I was like, that's not going to happen really, is it? And then he was like, when's your next fight? And I thought he was kind of, it felt a little bit like, what are you doing, Andrei? Why are you doing this? So I was a bit suspicious. And then he was like, what do you think of Martin Buday? And it clicked with me straight away. I was like, oh, they got him. And then, yeah, we did the face-off and it was cool. And
let's talk about that moment when he said Martin Buday and then the music starts and this guy walks out. I want both perspectives. When you heard the name and you saw him walking, what went through your head? What was that like?
It's happening because like 2 weeks before you fought in Vegas or wherever it was.
Yeah, it was in Abu Dhabi. Yeah.
In Abu Dhabi, sorry. So then you beat Buchechi. I was like, okay, he's beat Buchechi. He's going to get signed again. So I was like, well, that fight's not going to happen. And then I found out they were releasing you. I was like, okay, so there's a chance. So then I went back and watched some of your older fights. I was like, because it might happen. Who knows?
Yeah,
you know, like, why not? And then when I got to Savance, it was like, probably this fight won't be happening. So I was just like, 20% chance maybe. Then I met with Andrei and I was like, it feels like it's going to be a while before I fight now. So honestly, as soon as they said your name, it was like, there's a fight, there's something, there's a goal, there's a thing. Man, I've been ready since like, that was August. I knew I could fight for September. So I was hoping to have a fight lined up for September, October. That's why I was chasing Voskron so hard, because it was like, I need something to focus on. I'm coming back off this hand. I want the goal, I want a purpose. I'm in my prime now. Give me my chance to make my legacy. And look, Martin's a huge chance to make my legacy.
Martin, from your side, we'll talk about the UFC and the emotions after that, but to walk back into the Stranitsa, to be welcomed by the crowds, to be revealed in a way like that by Andrei, you know, him and Pavel coming up with the way that they would announce this fight, signing the contract in the cage. Describe that moment from walking out and facing off with Will.
Yeah, the moment was like really good, really relieving, because the past 2 weeks before the signing, there was like, I didn't know what will be with me and my career, so I was like really pumped up that we make an agreement about returning to Oktagon against opponent like Will Fleury. So it was a really nice moment. The crowd was also cheering for us, for me also, for you also too, because it's like the biggest fight in the Europe right now. We can say that with no doubt.
When did you sign? What day?
I don't really remember. It was like I think that day.
That day?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
all right, because I was trying to find out if Andre was with me the day before.
I don't remember correctly. Like, I don't remember correctly. Maybe it was like...
Because if he, like, he met me and looked at me with a straight face. He was like, I don't know what's going to happen. And I was like, all right. And then the next, like, within 24 hours, he's announcing the fight. And I was like, you knew.
I don't really remember when. It was like very close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed the moment. I'm very happy that I'm back in the Oktagon, like the biggest organization in the Europe and one of the biggest in the world. So, so let's fight. Let's prove. It's I can say the biggest fight in my career so far. I want to show the fans and all the people that I'm like a high-level world fighter, and I'll prove it in December 28th. Prague.
The stare down, the first stare down between you two. What was that? Because again, you didn't know you were going to be staring down. You were walking out. Obviously, you had an idea, but when you first looked in each other's eyes, what was that like for you, Martin?
Yeah, I saw in Will's eyes like he's pumped up for that fight because he was calling my name before when the things were announced. I was released or didn't resign by the UFC. So I saw like he's happy that it happened. Yeah. So I was happy too. That was my, like how to say it. It was like, I was really happy that I'm returning to Oktagon and against a worthy opponent like Willis. Yeah.
And you, because I have had a lot of talks with you through your Oktagon journey. You were so frustrated. Yeah. You were itching to fight the injury, then coming back. You get to lock eyes with a man that, and for me, this is what you hunt for. You hunt for something to cement what the years of work, the years of sacrifice, all the doubters have ever, put towards you. You're locking eyes with this guy. Yeah. What does that mean? What does this do for you?
Like the first time you and I sat down and I fought Schwer, it was about legacy. You said, why you come to Oktagon? What's the goal here? The goal was always legacy. So like, I beat Dan Schwer. Dan Schwer's a good fighter. But like beating him doesn't show the world you're a world-class fighter. Beating a guy like Martin, it's an incredible opportunity. Guys, like, it's always the slide is, yeah, but how would you do against a guy in the UFC? Martin's 7-1 in the UFC. That's like, and he's a weight class above me, naturally. So like, okay, watch what I can do with a guy in the UFC. It's not personal, it's not anything, but it's like, this is a massive opportunity for me to build my legacy. So like, of course, when you get that opportunity, you're going to be delighted. Like, all I've wanted for that period of time, that unbelievably frustrating period after the surgery where it looked like, oh, they're going to do what they can to like keep you out of the light heavyweight division. Doesn't look like there's going to be a big challenger at heavyweight. And all of a sudden, we've got the biggest guy possible. Figuratively, literally, everything. Like, you're a huge guy. It's a huge challenge. Amazing.
Yeah, it will be a big fight.
Yeah. I think, like, look, it's the highest level fight Oktagon have had. And it's the two biggest fighters Oktagon have had. And they're like, look, it sells itself, I think, but like, we're here to sell it, I suppose.
You're doing that as well. So you can feel the fire in him, right?
Of course. Yeah, of course. And also I heard fire in me because I like, as I said before, I want to prove to fans, to everybody, to every like MMA fan that I'm a high-level fighter, that I'm levels above him, and I'm ready to show it in the O2 Arena in December. So yeah,
Do you think you fought better guys in the UFC than you fought against me? Than me?
Yeah, some guys was like very good. That's the reason they were in the UFC. So yeah, I think I found the big competition. Okay. Yeah.
I think I'm better than anybody you fought in the UFC.
Yeah, that's your opinion. We will have the time to settle and find out in the December. So yeah, but this will be like the biggest fight, as Will said. The Oktagon like that. So I'm really pumped for it. Yeah, can't wait. It'll be like, I think we'll put like a very good show for fans and for everybody. Yeah, because that's sure thing.
They want it. They need it. This is the fight. All eyes are on. And I want to ask you about the pressure as well, because coming out of the UFC, or not re-signing, I should say, the media got behind you, the fans got behind you, everybody was on your side. Yeah, they believe in you. I've seen it on the social media. I've seen it from just the reception you got in the Svanitsa itself. Is there pressure in this fight for you not to fight how you fought in the UFC, to get the finish, to show people the Martin Buday that was in Oktagon Oktagon's different from then. But do you need to finish this man to prove people right for being behind you?
Yeah, of course, and that's the plan. I need to finish Fleury in my fight in spectacular fashion to prove everyone's wrong who were doubting me, that I cannot finish my opponents or my fights. So yeah, that's the mission. That's the mission.
Do you feel like you got over by the UFC?
Sorry?
Do you feel like they screwed you over? You were 7-1.
Yeah. But you know, it's like
there must be
not only the sportsman side of the thing, it's like business side also. So, and then they demanded me finishes from me, so I didn't deliver it. So it was like I have not a heavy heart on them not resigning me. But it was like I was like ready to, or I was like after win with Bushesha, I was like, yeah, I can show more in my next fight. Put me in with some like ranked guy, and I will show what's in me.
So you feel that bitterness now? That thing of like you're 7-1 and they didn't re-sign you, or like they didn't offer you good money to re-sign, whatever, and they're saying, hey, it's business, come on. Imagine you never fucking got your chance. That's where I am.
Yes, yes, of course. And like
that's the fire that burns in me.
Yeah, of course. Like I see you like as a big challenge, and I need to put a good fight and a good finish against you. Be as much ready as possible in my best shape. So yeah, I'm taking this fight very seriously. Yeah.
When you've watched his fights, what do you think? What do you see? Did you watch the Todev fight, the Vermola fight?
Yeah, of course. I watched like all Will's fights since he's in Oktagon. So yeah, I liked his fight style. He's like aggressive guy. He goes for the finishes also. So yeah, I like the guy. Before like we like ever think about like meeting with each other. So yeah, I like his fighting style. He's a good guy, but I'm gonna show the levels to this game.
I can feel you right now.
Yeah.
I really can feel you. I like, because I know the hunger you've been through. I've seen you fight middleweight. I've seen you claim belts at middleweight, light heavyweight, heavyweight.
Technically made welterweight for my first fight.
That's true.
I never fought,
That's
but
it.
the guy pulled out, but I made welterweight once.
It's great.
It's ridiculous.
John Redmond?
No, that was middleweight. That was a middleweight fight. Charlie Ward and me were supposed to fight welterweight years ago.
But I feel how much this means to you. And I feel like you've proved so much in Oktagon already. In your first year, you went through the divisions.
Yeah, look, like,
and double champ, and you're pound for pound #1 right now. So this was his cage. He owned this cage. He won the title. He defeated everybody that was put in front of him, then moved on to the UFC.
Yeah.
Is this your cage now? Are you defending? I know we're in Prague. I know this is a Czech-Slovak promotion, but is there something behind you which you want to show them what the new generation looks like? What the new page, what the new chapter in Oktagon looks like?
Yeah, of course. And it's not about the new chapter, the old chapter. I'm older than Martin. Like, so like, it's about showing what I am. And it's not like, Martin's part of that. It's not a personal thing, but it's my legacy. It's like, I did all this work for so long and I never got an opportunity to show how good I am. So like, for years, I was just in gyms, slogging away, doing all that shit. And I thought maybe I'd never get the chance. And now I finally got the chance and the door is open and I kicked it down. And even look, let's be honest, Oktagon don't want an Irish double champ. It's a reluctant feeling, like, you know, they're kind of like, oh, this guy, they're hoping Martin's going to beat me. Look, that's the reality of this. So always I'm swimming against the tide. I've been swimming against the tide my whole career and I'll keep doing it. And I'll keep being this guy and I'll keep having to be incredible. So it will be. And watch what happens December 28th. This is my biggest opportunity to show what I am. It's the biggest challenge, definitely. Like, look, let's be honest, if I clear through Martin and I destroy him and demolish him, who's going to fight me now? It's going to be very difficult. It's not going to be a nice place to be. But nobody can argue that you're the man. And I've already showed, hey, I'm the man here. So I'm going to keep showing it. And like, I don't think, yeah, you probably can feel how special it would be to me, like how much it means to me to go in and show, hey, look at all that effort I put in for all those years. That work, that shit that I did 15 years or like, you know, over the last 15 years, and that process of slogging and slogging and slogging and believing in it when nobody else really did, now it's coming to fruition. Now I get to show it. So that, like, there's an emotion behind that. There's a reality behind that. It's like, it's kind of like really satisfying to get the chance to show it. And look, go in on the night and do your work. That's the thing. You only get, like, it's still just an opportunity, but I have the opportunity.
This is a big opportunity for you as well. You never lost the heavyweight belt. I know you've been at Oktagon in the corners with fighters. You've watched it grow. You've seen us move into Germany, sell out stadium shows. It's a very different beast, even facing the audience, yet alone what is in the cage now. You look at the roster of heavyweights from when you were in the promotion to now, to the champion. What's your thoughts on where Oktagon have moved, and also the talent that there is now to challenge the likes of you, to challenge the likes of Will?
Yeah, it's like very different time. Now that was when I was Oktagon champ, so there was literally like no heavyweight division. There was like few guys. So now it's very different story and a very different time for the Oktagon heavyweight division. So and it burns fire in me to imagine to like I want to beat them all. I want to beat them all. I want to win the title. I want to beat them all to show who is the real champ in Oktagon MMA. So. Yeah, and I like also Will's attitude towards our fight and like his mindset. So it leads fire inside me also, that I can have fight with opponent like him who have like similar mentality or similar how to say, like fire. And joy in the fighting, and like he did incredible work in his past fights, so it will be very, very,
and look,
very good.
I honestly feel very grateful to get the opportunity, and Oktagon are part of that opportunity. As in, to fight Carlos in the O2 last year, the atmosphere was incredible. I've no doubt the atmosphere will be incredible again in the O2 on December 28th. But like some of the stuff that I've got to do since I came here, they were dream. Like it was like fighting a stadium with 60,000 people. You know, I got to do that. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I had the moment of the night. Well, like, great, well done. But like, it's kind of like, oh, that wasn't just a dream. That actually happened. So now to have the opportunity to create more of those things, it's incredible. And like, look, having a guy like Martin come here and do this for the, like, you know, the fact that these opportunities are available now, it's like, okay, you, fair play to you. You've become a really high-level fighter. You've been to the UFC. You've done your thing. But the fact that Oktagon can sign in guys like this and build it now, it means there's always going to be something special that can happen. So as long as you keep up and ass and keep being the guy, and like, look, for both, you know, it's kind of like, just be the man and things are going to happen, like. And that's my thing. It's just like, okay, I'll keep being the man, because I know, like, look, there hasn't been a whole lot of interest shown in Irish guys, let's be honest. So like, I have to be incredible. I can't just be average. And I feel that. And I know that deep down. Like, look, that's the reality of this situation. You know, it's much easier to sell a Slovak guy to Slovakian fans. It's much easier to sell a Czech guy to Czech fans. Much easier to sell a German guy to German fans. Oh, harder to sell some big, dirty Irish bastard to all those
But
guys.
We're here.
Here we
this
are,
is the thing.
But I've done that. Like, that's me being incredibly special.
I think
that's
so.
me being different.
But I also think this, and I'll say this. You talk about Oktagon not wanting a double champ. I wish the walls that I've sat in could speak and tell how highly they talk about you and what you've done in this promotion. But I also think you're a guy who needs that. I think you almost need to make the narrative so that you feel that somebody's against you. Because I don't think there's a more dangerous guy preparing than you when you feel like the world's against you.
Yeah.
And that for me excites me about this fight, because I look at the size of you and you come in 120.7 kilos every time for your fight. You cut down to make that.
You got to make the extra pound this time, yeah?
Yeah, he's got to. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, yes.
We'll see.
365. Sorry, you're right. But Will, this, and again, we've talked about the drive and the emotion. This is a mountain to climb. Like as far as
physically, it's different.
Physically, what's the challenges that taking on someone
like this?
It's going to be different.
Yeah, look, like even finding training partners Martin's size, it's been difficult. To be honest.
I am free.
Yeah, get a few more cakes than you will see. But like, yeah, it's a unique challenge. Definitely, like from a physical point of view, there's not many guys his size around. And like, there's not many high-level guys his size around. So the guys I've had, they're good fighters, but like anybody really good is shorter and like a little, you know, different build. Anybody your size doesn't tend to be as high level as you are. So it's been like, there's nobody like Martin's size who's at a really good level. It's been like challenging to find guys, but again, it is like, you just have to go in and perform on the night. Never is everything going to be like set up for you beforehand to be perfect in any given situation. So go out and perform anyway.
I want to ask you about this, because people, you know, look at the size of you, the size of Will, and Will's light heavyweight champion, heavyweight champ, but I think you weighed in 108 or 110?
1-7.
1-7 for his last one. If he beats you, and again, when people look and maybe say that's the light heavyweight king who happens to be the heavyweight as well, what does that do to you? I mean, there's so much pressure on this fight. If the guy in the division below and the king of the division right now, you're fighting him, but you are a true size heavyweight. If he beats you, where does that put you?
That's not going to happen in the first place. But hypothetically, if that happens, what to say? Like there are some heavyweights who is Will's size, or they are coming from light heavy, and they're performing good. So it's not just about size. It's about like skill set, skill level, mental, like mental settings, or like and it's about like that things. Size is not like everything.
A lot of my toughest rounds.
So maybe if that happen, what can I say? He will be like the better man that night if that happens. That's not gonna happen.
You have found plenty of heavyweights to train with. You're part of this super camp now with Tom Aspinall.
You're taking all my training partners. Everybody I text in England was like, "Oh, I train with Martin. I can't train with you."
Clever.
It was not intentional.
But you're part of this camp now. You know, you've got Modestus over there. You've got Phil de Vries that comes in and trains with you guys as well. Tom Aspinall, of course.
Antedelia.
Yeah, fantastic fighting camp there. What's it like to prepare for them? And have they talked to you about this fight? Have they given their thoughts on what this means to you now that you're signed with Oktagon?
Yeah, we talk a lot like about everything and about fights also. So like they were really happy that I find my new home after not resigning with the UFC. They was really like whole team was really upset that that happened to me. So they showed me the love, and they were really happy that I found new home in Oktagon MMA, and I got like opponent like Will Fleury. So
what have they said?
Be, like, good.
What have they said? What have they broken it down for you? What do they think of it as for an opponent, styles-wise for you?
Not so much. Some guys like know Phil or train with him before, but like they
James
no.
Yeah.
He's James.
I was trying to think. I was like, who have I trained with?
Yeah.
Just James.
Yeah, but they didn't say like anything bad about Will. They say like he will be like good opponent. But they like believe in my skill set. They see how I work with what attitude I work when I'm there in England. So they are pretty sure that I will win this fight. And I'm sure too, because I work really hard, and as I said before, I want to prove to all people, to all fans, myself also, that I'm like levels above, and show the world that I'm capable of finishing the fights, also with the good opponents like Willis.
You've travelled for training as well.
Nobody has size in Ireland, like.
Yeah, well, again, this is part of the thing you're going to have to overcome, and we're still quite away from the fight, and you're still going to have to figure out how that's going to work. But you've been with Johnny Walker, Strickland, Polizzi over in Syndicate, Extreme Couture, sorry. What's that been like, and what's the difference you're having to make now, you know, fighting somebody this size? Are there big changes? Are you bulking more? What's the...
Like, look, it's about performance on the night, isn't it? So, like, I have a game plan that I've kind of mapped out a little bit. Like, I have 8 weeks to go away and, like, fine-tune that a little bit and, you know, make it something that I want to replicate it against guys as similar to Martin as I can and test it. You know, just kind of play with it, like, be a bit, like, scientific and experiment with different things. But, like, in reality, you just prepare physically, mentally as best you can. You go in on the night and perform. And that's what this thing is every time. So, like, I'm never going to get exact replicas. I'm never, like, it's been great training over in Vegas. And, like, I went to Manchester Top Team before that as well. And I had a couple of decent-sized heavyweights. There's a guy, Maxwell Diatu, big Cameroonian lad, and Abraham Babley, English lad, who's very high level, like, lovely boxer, but not quite like Martin's build. So, like, I'll probably have to travel again in the next few weeks. And I haven't mapped that out fully yet. Like, but, like, I'll be honest, no matter what way the training goes in the next 8 weeks, it's what happens on December 28th. And, like, thank God, I'm fine physically, everything's good. I don't plan on getting a ton of weight in the meantime. Like, I'm going to have to go back down and defend the light heavyweight belt again after this. So, like, I'm looking forward to doing that. You know, there's opportunities everywhere. Like, I kind of just feel though like going in and smashing Martin is a once in a lifetime chance. It really is. And like, I know there will be other opportunities ahead of this, but this is the chance to show like, yeah, UFC guy, that's what I can do. The whole thing, like, because for so long, like, you know, you probably, when you were in Oktagon originally, everyone goes, yeah, but what would he do in the UFC? You know?
Yeah.
It's that feeling.
It goes like that, yeah,
exactly, right?
I know what you are talking
So I've had
about.
that my whole career. And now it's like, oh, you get the chance. So I'm incredibly excited about that.
I have the same feeling like now because like, yeah, it was like cut from UFC. What he will be do now, how he will perform. So yeah, I want to make my statement in December.
The amazing thing is, between you two, you've never fought in the O2, right?
No.
Never fought.
Never.
And it's the biggest show of the year. You have been in one of the biggest fights with the most eyes on it, with the fight against Vermola where you won that light heavyweight.
Yeah.
You've watched these shows. And I know you've been on the UFC cards, but there's nothing like an Oktagon crowd in the O2 at the end of the year.
Oktagon is totally different, and like the crowds are very lovely and like we can say it better. Yeah, but like Oktagon crowds, like it's in my opinion, is like better.
Yeah, it's an amazing
they're
atmosphere.
more loud and everything. So
the atmosphere in the O2 last year was incredible. Like, look, I think my fight with Tadev was actually a better fight than the Carlos fight. Like, it was more back and forth. There was more happening in that fight. It was more like, as a fan watching it, I think it would probably be more entertaining. But the atmosphere in the O2 was fucking amazing. And like, it was against me, but I still thought like, whoa, this is good. Like, these fans are amazing. Like, so I hope it's the same. I hope it's like even bigger this time. It'd be incredible. Like, it gives me such a buzz. Even like, look, genuinely, like the German fans, they're grand, whatever. But like the atmosphere with the Tadev fight, for the fight that I gave them that night, it was kind of like, guys, come on, that was incredible. Like, you know.
It was incredible.
Yeah, but in the O2, it felt like, even though like it was mostly me, Banner, and Carlos, and like fair play to him, he showed so much heart, and that made it kind of emotional in a way. But like, I think no matter what spectacle they got that night, those fans were going to be incredible no matter what. And that was, you can feel like, it's just like, wow, these are great, great fans.
There's pressure that comes with that though as well, because this fight, this card, they always build it. Oktagon build it as the end of the year show, as a thank you to the fans, as a look back, as a statement. This is how we finish another monumental year, another year where we go to stadiums, another year where we've got big signings, big fights. There's pressure on this fight for it to deliver. How are you going to guarantee these fans that want to see this, that, you know, as soon as we announced it went crazy on social media, how do you guarantee them that this will be the exciting fight that they want?
I think it will be like perfect storm from the start to finish. Yeah, that will happen. Yeah, that will happen in the cage. So this will be like the entertaining for fans, and they will definitely like enjoy that, because we are like, both of us like high level fighters, and both of us wanna finish each other. So it will be a lot of action in the Oktagon.
And from your side, I mean,
have you watched any of my fights?
I've seen a few.
So like, I'm gonna go at this guy, and like, he's a big, big man. I'm gonna do my best to get him out of there as quickly as possible. So like, that's gonna be one way or the other, something entertaining's gonna happen. Like, and yeah, I like. To me, it's an interesting challenge because he's very good defensively. Like, you look, a lot of guys have come in and blown their load with him. Like, where it's like, if you punch yourself out, that's where he capitalizes. But I watched the fight with Gaziev. Yeah, obviously, like, that was the one. I'm like, it's kind of like, there are opportunities there. You know, there are places you can hit, and it's like, his body's huge, so like, there's targets. Like, you know, so I think it's going to be entertaining no matter what. You know? It can't not be. Like,
it will be, yeah.
Yeah. So like, yeah. Look, like, I think the one set, it sells itself. You don't need me telling you what's going to happen. It's going to be entertaining. Like,
he just broke you down a little bit technically there. I want to get your thoughts on him, because he's unique as a heavyweight because of his size and his movement. But what do you see? What are the problems that he poses for you that you'll be focusing on?
Yeah, I think like he will be very fast, because he will be like much lighter than me. So yeah, he will keep up the speed, but I will be ready for everything he offers. So I'm preparing very. I don't know how to say that word.
Diligently.
Yeah. So I will be ready for everything Will has to offer. So, and I'm ready to break him in that fight, and show all the people that I can finish him, because he's like very good opponent. I don't think he's been finished many times in his career. So
I've been finished twice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanna add up to that.
Yeah, not since 2020 though, right? 9 fights undefeated.
Yeah. Well, 10 technically.
10?
Is it 10? No, it's 9. Yeah,
9.
It's 9, yeah.
I added. There you go.
Fair play.
He's talking about breaking you there.
Yeah.
There's one thing with you that you always talk about is your mindset, and people can challenge you physically, and there's always the coin toss of heavyweight fighting with that. But someone's just said he'll break you.
Yeah, anybody can be broken. Martin can be broken. So like, yeah, it's on the night. We'll find out, won't we? So like, exactly.
Yeah. We'll find out in December.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so like, okay, that's Martin. He's going to say he's going to break me, isn't he? Of course he is. That's his job. So prepare to break me. Great. Fair play. I'm going to prepare to break Martin. Cool. We'll find out. You know? Like,
my fans will enjoy it.
Yeah, like, and look, that's the thing. Like, I looked at his career and I'm like, fuck, the guy's a good fighter. He's doing well. Like, you know, he's like probably giving it a lot of shit over not being entertaining. Yeah, like, okay, fair enough. You probably could push to finish guys more in some of your fights. But at the same time, he's fought consistently high-level opponents and he's beaten them. It's like, well, you can't on that, can you? Like, he's engineering the fight in a way that makes him win. Well done. At times, I kind of feel like maybe I should have done that in my career, you know? Like, maybe don't go balls to the wall quite as much. But like, I do think, like, I love the fact that this is a sport. And like, I want to go in and show, like, this style of martial arts that I bring, it's not just entertaining, it's effective as fuck. And I'm not just being some wild bastard. Like, I'm not just going out there being crazy. Like, the Tana fight, I fought a very different fight to the Carlos fight. It might look like I'm being a mad bastard in both those fights, but like, if you look at the techniques employed, like, they're very different. So like, and you know, I'm not planning on fighting that way against Martin. It's about being a true martial artist and breaking the guys down the way you can, like the best way you can. But ultimately, the best way to end the fight is to get the guy out of there. So violence is part of it. Like, it's like, it's entertaining naturally once you're good at the thing and you understand what you want to do. I'm not going out there just to be like some wild man and be entertaining. I'm going out there to break the guy down as quick as I can as a martial artist. And it just happens to be entertaining. You know? And it is, though.
It certainly is. I got 2 more things for you before we let you face off and we get ready for this fight in December. I want to know what you are fighting for. The belt is on the line, of course, but is there more to this? Is there more weight in this fight than just the title for you?
It's more about like legacy. And as I said before, to prove like everybody that I'm a world-class fighter and a high-level fighter. So it's not just about the belt. Like if I'm fighting opponent like Will Fleury is, without the title fight or without belt, doesn't change anything for me, because like in my next fight, I want to prove that I'm capable of finishes, I'm a high-level fighter, and then I'm good.
And Will, I'll ask you the same, exactly. You're very vocal about the journey you've been on, maybe some of the rolls of the dice that haven't gone your way. Mm-hmm. What's this about? This is more than the title, more than the pound for pound rankings. What does this...
Well, look, it's like, I think honestly the main thing has always been like, every fan of MMA will always say, hey, what would you do against a guy in the UFC? I get my chance. And not only do I get a guy in the UFC, I get a guy who was very successful in the UFC and he's a heavier weight class to you. Watch what I'll go and do to that guy. So now next time you kind of go, oh yeah, well, how would you do in the UFC? Well, I already showed you against a guy who was unbelievably successful and a heavier weight class than me. So that's that opportunity, and I'll never get another opportunity like that. So it's an incredible chance to go and show the world, yeah, that's what I would have done.
I love it. This fight is huge, quite literally. I feel like a very small man between you two. But December 28th, the talking will stop, that cage door will close. I want you to look at each other now, because this is your future. The guy either side of you believes that they will take away your dreams, believes that when that cage door shuts, that they will be the one to finish you, that they will be the one to break your legacy. Martin, when he enters that cage, I want you to tell Will, I want you to predict how you are going to finish this fight. Don't tell me, tell Will.
I will show high-level boxing, and I will finish him on the feet.
Knockout?
Knockout or TKO.
Yeah? Which round?
Hoping for first round. But he's like tough opponent. I respect him a lot, so can be in later rounds.
Will Fleury, this is your next challenge. This is the mountain you've begged to climb and stand on top of. December 28th, you will walk in as the heavyweight champ, the pound-for-pound #1.
Yeah.
How do you walk out and how do you finish mine, Buday?
I'm taking second round TKO.
Fair enough, we will see.
Cool, yeah.
Has he ever faced anyone like you?
No, he knows that though. And I've never faced anyone like Martin. It's a unique experience for both of us.
Yeah, I can agree on that. I never faced like a similar opponent to you. So yeah, I'm looking for that opportunity to be here and to face a guy like Will Fleury. So it'll be a fantastic night.
And you get to watch it. December 28th, that cage door will close, that title will be on the line. These men will go head to head to see who will be the king of that heavyweight division. We'll now bring them face to face one more time. Oktagon 81 will see the heavyweight title on the line. The biggest fight of the year to end one of our biggest years ever. Let's bring them together again. This is Martin Buday, the challenger, versus Will Fleury, the champion. Coming.
They put you down to 6'4". I'm only 6'3". I feel as tall as you.
This is the fight, guys. Biggest fight in Oktagon history. The highest level for the biggest belt in Europe. Thank you.
Let's do it. Go. Come on.
Let's do it. Tickets available. Go to OktagonMMA.com. Join us December 28th, Oktagon 81, the O2 Arena in Prague. Let's end the year with a bang.
Live ansehen auf RTL Plus.